Hi guys, welcome to our last call. Oh, it's so frowny face, but I am so proud of you because you made it. You made it through the program. You did it. You went through phase 1, which was all to detox your system. You went through phase 2 where you shredded it and you started to add in the things your body needed so you could flood your system. And now you are living it. And with the live it phase, now we're learning that it's okay to have those days where we decide to celebrate life, where we decide to have our birthday cake, and we can still look good and feel great. So part of living it is also exercise. And that is why we have the amazing Angela Hubbs here, because she is not only going to be our guest speaker, but she's actually going to teach us some basics of Pilates, which I love. Before I give it over to Angela, I just want to thank you guys again so much for coming along this journey with me. It really warms my heart, and I truly appreciate it. This was my very first Shape Up for Summer program, and I intend to do this program 3 more times in the year. I want to do it in January, May, and October. So 1 more time this year, and then, the holidays come, and then we're in for the next year, so on and so forth. So I hope you found value in this. This program that I designed is based on research. So I hope you've seen results. I hope you have seen what you're wanting to see. I hope any joints that were hurting are no longer hurting. I hope you're losing weight and you're doing it properly. I hope you feel like there is a light at the end of that tunnel now, and that you can do this. You can lose that weight. You can feel great. You can sleep better. You can do all these things because you can. And what I would love to do is continue to be a part of your journey. Like I said, I'm going to start doing these Shape Up programs 3 times a year. And I would love for you guys to join me 3 times a year. I'll talk to you guys more about that. For now, I'm going to hand it all over to Angela. She is going to help us continue to live it by continuing our exercise and the importance of taking care of our body every day with movement. So Angela, it is all you, my dear.
Hello there. Welcome to my home, my studio, my office. And this is Marvin. Marvin was sleeping until the camera turned on. So it's like he is not camera shy one bit. So you're going to see a little kitty face and a little kitty tail. You'll see another kitty tail come in here. But thank you so much. I am also really proud of you for going on this journey. Lily is amazing, putting together these things that are easily accessible and have you really being in action with small little steps that you can do. So take what you've done, go and put it into your life, and then just continually come back to reset yourself so that you stay in a healthy cycle of life. Now, my mission right now is to teach you like some really basic things. Pilates 1, so I want to teach you some things about how to really keep your body as strong and as stable as possible. The whole mission of Pilates is to have a shape, your core intact in whatever shape you're in. So we're going to start. So wherever you're sitting on, this is easier if you're actually on the floor. So if you can, I actually want you to sit on the floor. If you're on a chair, that's also fine. But take both of your hands and wrap it right around your midsection. So right where your belly button is, wrap your hands right there. And I want you to kind of dig your fingers in. And I want you to notice like how stable that feels for you. If you can actually like squish your fingers into your body, like if you could touch your spine, I want you to just kind of have that feeling right now. So sit up really tall, you're going to take a breath in, and I want you to cough. So if you were to cough or sneeze or laugh, what you'll feel is this in and up sensation, where before, if you could put your fingers in and like touch your spleen, touch your stomach, and like put your fingers all the way through your belly, when you go to cough, sneeze, or laugh, all of a sudden you've got armor on. So if you could feel my body when I'm not holding my core, you really could like squish your whole hand into my body. But the second I activate my core, it's like I've got armor on. So one of the things I want you to get in touch with, and I'm going to turn sideways so that you can kind of see this. Okay, so you're going to take a breath in. Hang on, I got to move a kitty butt. Okay, so You're going to take a breath in and fill yourself completely with air. When you take a breath out, I want you to imagine you're lifting your belly button in and up. Again, I'm going to do that without talking so that you can really see this, okay? So you're going to take a breath in. So you're going to do it again. And you're going to take a breath in, like make yourself fat with breath. And then lift your belly button in, just activating natural girdle. This shows up a lot if you have any injuries in your body, because support isn't doing what it needs to do. So you're going to come to an all fours position. Your hands are right underneath of your shoulders. Your knees are right underneath of your hips. And we're just going to do 3 of these. You're going to take a breath in where I want you to make yourself fat. And then when you take a breath out, lift your belly button in and up. So do that again. Big breath in. Full breath out. We're going to do one more. This one, take a big breath in. Take a full breath out. And now keep this armor on. And here comes the work. So notice, like if we had dinner on me, I wouldn't be spilling the dishes. Right now, this is spilling the dishes. All the dishes would fall all over the place. All the dishes would fall all over the place. So you want to have your back flat like a table if we were having dinner on you. Keep the armor on. Take your right hand forward, your left leg backwards without spilling the dishes. This is really easy to let your whole body sink. Can you support everything in the middle? We're going to hold it for a count of 5. Reach that leg as far away from you as you can. Reach your arm as long away from you as you can and hold that support. Last count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hand and knee down on the ground, and we'll do the other side. So notice when you put yourself back on all fours, if you had to adjust. So it's really easy to let your hip open so that when you come back to all fours, there's a jostle. So we're going to do the other side. We're having dinner on you, so keep your back nice and flat. Take a breath in first. Take a breath out. Pull that belly button in and up so you've got the armor on. Left hand forward, right leg backwards. Reach it as far behind you as you can. Lift the armor. Hold. 5, 4, 3. Good. I see you guys. 2, 1. Hand and knee down. Pause. Now here we're going to take it up a notch. So again, I want you to think about the armor. This is really easy to sag into your shoulders, so really push the floor away. Pilates is really specific. So really keep pushing the floor away. Curl your toes under. Hold the shape. Hold the armor. Lift your knees 1 inch off the floor. And I'm going to turn this down so you can actually see that my knees are not on the floor. Knees 1 inch. So my knees are not on the floor. Hold. 10, 9, 8, 7. Breathe. 6, 5. Oh, you got a kitty butt too. 2, 1. Knees back down. Press bridge. What?
I was a kitty bridge.
Oh, that's so funny. I know you went underneath, right?
Yep.
Press back so in Pilates, this is called shelf stretch. So you're really just going to let your back arch. You're going to let your forehead come to the floor and just pause for a moment. I want you to take big breaths in right now to your lower back. So as you take a breath in, just feel all of this open. And as you exhale, just melt even more into the floor. And we'll do 2 more breaths like that. Big breath in. Full breath out. And 1 more. And just notice how that feels. If you're not used to using these muscles, what we're doing right now is we're giving your back space. The back, for the most part, in American life, just because of the way we live, our back tries to do the work that our core is supposed to be doing. So right now what we're doing is we're really just retraining the muscles to use this correctly. So I'm about to give you a challenge. So you're gonna come back to all fours. If you have any wrist issues, make fists, and that will help. So this is totally up to you. If you're feeling kind of sensitive in your wrist, just make fists. All right, so we're still in this all fours shape where we're having dinner on us. Don't let your belly sag. Don't let your back lift. Be right in the middle. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Turn on the armor. Take your left leg. We're going to start with the left. Take your left leg behind you. Now here's my challenge for you. Keep your back, keep your butt, keep your hips right where they are. Can you take your left arm in front of you? 5.
Nope, can't do it.
4. Let's see what you got. 3. So I'm going to give you a challenge. I'll give you a hint. Come back down to all fours. Take both of your hands to the right 4 inches. Take your left leg behind you. Now keep your back as flat as you can, and now see if you can start to take your left hand in front of you. 5. 4, a little easier, yeah?
A little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I thought I had it.
4, 3, 2, and relax. Come back to all fours. Now you'll realize real quick, I don't count so well. You know, that whole counting thing. So we're going to do the other side. Take both of your hands 4 inches now to the left. Take your right leg behind you. Flat back, core in, right arm now in front of you. 5, 4. Yeah, there you go. 3. Tammy, close your hip just a little bit. Huh? So Tammy, take your hip. Right now your hip is open a lot. See if you can take your hip closed off to the ground. So if you had flashlights coming out of your hips, they'd both be shining at the ground. Does it make sense? Just nod at me. Yeah, there you go. So right now you had a hip that was pointed at the ceiling. Keep both of your hips pointed at the ground.
I need the yoga mat.
All right, so we got the right leg, right arm, hold. Last count of 5, 4, there you go. 3, that's better. 2, 1. Hand and knee down, and then go ahead and turn around and lay on your back. I'm just gonna adjust. And like I said, you're gonna see a kitty face in a minute, because the second I hit the ground, actually he's just like staring at you guys. That's very funny. Okay, so right now, don't change anything about your body. I just want you to notice how you feel on the floor. I want you to notice if there's a space under your lower back. I want you to notice what's going on with your neck. I want you to notice what's going on with your hips. Take your hands, kind of in this diamond shape, right on your hips. So your fingers are touching your pubic bone, and the heels of your hands are right on your hips. And imagine for a moment that this whole thing is now a table. If there was a glass on this table, spill the glass to your feet. This is like we're arching our back. So I want you to focus on your hips, but that's what happens. Your back will arch. Take this table and now spill the glass towards your face. I exaggerated this a lot. Yours will not be this big. So I'm going to do it for real. Just tilt so that the glass spills towards your feet. And then do the opposite. Spill the glass so that it spills towards your face. I'm just going to do a couple of these. These are like pelvic tilts. They're really small. So we're spilling the glass towards our feet, spilling towards our face. And I want you to feel the difference. Go to the ends of where you can spill the glass. Kind of exaggerate it a little bit. Spill the glass to the front, glass to the back. One more time, just spill it forward and backwards. And then come right to the middle. Right where the glass is not spilling right or left, it is just perfectly stable right where it is. This is neutral spine. This is neutral hips. And this is really important because now as I ask you to activate the armor, I don't want you to spill the glass. This is really important right now that you not spill the glass. Okay, so
Keep the glass still. You're going to take a breath in, make yourself fat, fill it completely with air. And now turn on the armor, belly button in and up. So notice when I did that, nothing changed about my hips. A lot of times when we do this, people try to cheat by going like this. Do not move your hips. Keep your hips right where they are. So we're going to do it again. Breath in. Breath out, belly button in and up. Now, if this is weird, if this is hard to feel, that's okay. We're going to come to an exercise right now where we're really going to activate it, and you'll get a good feeling for this. So that's okay if you don't have like a control of it like that. Now, the goal is not to feel any pain in your back. If you feel any pain in your back, I need to know, and you're going to stop immediately. Got it? Give me a thumbs up, Tammy. Okay, good. Okay, so here it goes. I don't want you to change anything about your hips. Do not spill the glass. Just bend your right knee into the air. You're going to take a breath in. Take a breath out. Lift your belly button in and up. And now lift your left knee into the air. Now, nothing changed about our hips. Our back is just where it was. Nothing changed. There should be no pain in your back. So right now, we're in what's called dead bug. Your legs are at a 90-degree angle. So Lily, drop your heels just an inch. Yeah, boom. Okay, perfect. So our legs are at a 90-degree angle. This is like you're at your desk and you're sitting up really tall. This is your perfect posture at your desk. Right now, you should be feeling something happening. It's okay if it's not a lot, but you should be feeling this supporting you. Right now, you should have armor engaged. If I came and poked you in the belly, go ahead and poke yourself. You should not feel your stomach. You should feel like there's armor on. If you don't feel like there's armor, I really want you to think about taking a breath in. And as you exhale, really knit it together and see if you can turn that armor on. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 is you feel nothing, 10 is you feel like you're running a marathon and you're exhausted. Give me a number, Lily.
Probably 5. I can feel the engagement. My quads are starting to feel.
Awesome. How about you, Tammy?
I feel it in my back. It's not like painful, but like it doesn't like it so much. I don't get enough exercise. I know that's what it is. And then in my legs, they started to hurt. So maybe a 7.
Okay. Both of you just hug your knees in towards your chest. Very good. First off, both of you really, really good. And both of those are places that you should be. So the fact that you were at a 7, did it start off at a 7, Tammy?
No, but it got there pretty quickly.
Okay. So this is a great exercise to start with. In fact, I'm going to show you. So you guys remember we did the all fours position. So don't move.
This exercise we started with, this is called a bird dog. And I want you to just notice, right, we're in this position. I'm exactly the position we just were in. I'm just in all fours. Does that make sense? So I'm taking this position and I'm going to flip it over.
Same position.
Okay.
Right? You got it? Now, if you're feeling this in your back, I want you to take your knees and bring them slightly towards your chest. And this is where you'll be. The harder, the further your knees are, the harder this becomes. And you'll see here in a second, because we're going to take this up to the next level. So for you, Tammy, I'm going to ask that you keep your knees fairly close to you. If this
right here feels okay.
Feels okay there, right? Yeah. So you notice that not being in quite the right angle makes that a little easier to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perfect. So for my level 1 folks, that's where you're going to stay for just this moment. Level 2, like Lily, you're going to come with me to this next level 2. You're going to take your right leg and kick it long. Kick it long. Take your left hand, have it go over your head. We're in bird dog. Switch. Bend your left, take your left leg out. Take your right hand over your head. Switch. So it's a long right leg, long left arm. switch. I'm having a dumb moment trying to keep the cat from walking in front of me. Bring both knees in towards your chest and rock to the right, rock to the left, and just pause. How are you doing that, Tammy? You're rolling on the wall. How is that working? How did you do that? That's so cool. It's so funny. So now bring both of your feet flat on the floor. You want your feet close enough to your butt that you could tickle your heels if you really wanted to, but not so close that they're touching your heels. What's really important right now is we're coming back to this idea of a pelvis that's neutral. So right now I want you to come back to neutral pelvis so that we're not spilling the glass. You're going to take a breath in right where you are. Take a breath out. Pull your belly button in and up. Spill the glass towards your face and peel your hips off the ground. I know, Marvin.
He protested that one.
I know. He's such a jerk. Cats are so selfish. Soften your chest. One vertebrae at a time. You're going to bring yourself back down. The only way to do that is to tilt your pelvis, pull your belly button in and up, and lengthen yourself on the floor. So we're going to do that again. If that didn't make any sense, that's okay. We're just going to practice this a few times. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Belly button in and up. Tilt your pelvis. Peel one vertebrae at a time off the floor. Hips to the ceiling. Take a breath in here at the top. Exhale, soften your chest, abs in, pull that belly button in and up as you tilt your pelvis to lower down one vertebrae at a time. And we're going to do it again. Tilt the pelvis, roll up one vertebrae at a time, squeeze your tush, press through all four corners of both feet. Take a breath in, take a breath out, soften, and roll down. Every time you roll down, I want you to imagine your spine is a string of pearls. You're putting one pearl down, one at a time. And as you do this, they're getting longer. So you're lifting, they're getting longer. And as you come down, same thing, they're getting longer as you put them down, one vertebrae at a time. So we're going to do two more just like that. Press into both heels, lift. Good. Soften and lower. Now, the difference between this and yoga, right now, if we were doing this in yoga, what I would ask you to do would be to press up and lift as high as you can go. Right now, I don't care how high you can go. I care more about how long you can go. In doing this, what we're doing is we're teaching your core, your center, and your hips to work together. So we're going to do one more, and I want you to meet me at the top. You're going to press through all four corners of both feet, lift your hips, lengthen yourself long, and hold it. So here is your challenge. Now, before when I said we had a glass here, it's harder to be neutral because we're lengthened out. Our neutral means you're kind of spilling the glass towards your face a little bit, and that's okay. Keep this right where it is. So the whole table that we've got now cannot move. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep using your center. Lift your right leg off the ground without changing your hips, and you're going to hold it. There's a pizza on the bottom of your foot up here. Don't lose the pizza. Keep squeezing your tush. Don't let it sink. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your right foot down and notice if you had to jostle to get it back to center. Squeezing, keep it centered, keep it stable. Left foot up towards the sky. There's a pizza at the bottom of your foot and hold it. Keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your left foot down. Notice if you had to reset, soften, lower, pause. Take both knees to the right, to the left, and just notice how that felt. We're going to end up doing that one more time, and here's what I want you to notice when we do this a second time. Everyone is like this, me included, There is one side that thinks this is easy as pie and one side that finds this really difficult. When we do it this time, I want you to notice what side for you is the harder of the two.
I must be unique.
Why? Was it easy on both sides?
No. Both sides were equally not easy.
Okay. So with that, notice if there's one side that finds it even harder than the other. Now, when I say easy as pie, this isn't easy for me either, just so you guys know.
I was about to say, this is kind of hard.
This is my Jedi mind trick. I'm like, you find it easy. No. It's all challenging. And what's great about Pilates is that it's a whole new way to feel your body. A lot of times we don't pay attention to the little things. And Pilates is really all about controlling the little things. So I just want you to take this, like, think fun thoughts that you're getting to connect to parts of your body that you didn't know were there. Sound good?
Yeah, my fun thought is I'm making my back stronger.
Yeah, and you are. I'm going to tilt this up because we're going to do this is the challenge round. So I'm going to give you a challenge thing to do when we come up to this bridge. Oh, look, some kitty love.
Are you done interrupting me? When I smother them with love, then they run away and they want nothing to do with it.
I should try that next time. The next time Marvin comes over here, I'm going to do the same thing.
See, look, it works. She was like, I want no part of that.
All right, you guys ready?
So
Yep.
we're flat, our feet are flat. Right now, I want you to come back to neutral pelvis. That means we are teaching the body how to come back to a neutral, supported place. Don't move, just take a breath in. Take a breath out, support it, pull your belly button in and up, and now tilt, peel, roll. Send your knees away from you. So remember, I don't care how high this is about how long can you get. And we're gonna do 3 of these, soften and lower. As you come down, both hips, both butt cheeks hit at the same time. This is really easy to let like the body do one of these, where one side hits before the other. See if you can have everything land at the same time. Tuck, abs in, lift. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Soften, lower, both butt cheeks hit at the same time. Last one. Tilt, peel, and lift. Knees away from your chest. You're as long as you can be, one vertebrae at a time. Soften, lower. On the next one, you're going to meet me at the top. Press through all 4 corners of both feet. Tilt, lift, knees away from your chest. Don't move. Again, we're finding stability. You're squeezing your cheeks. You're pressing through all 4 corners of both feet. Lift your right foot up towards the sky. Now, this is our challenge round. Don't move your hips. Take this right leg out to the right and back to the center. We're going to do 5. That was 1. Out to the right. Center, that's 2. See if you can keep your hips level. Keep squeezing that butt. Get it as high as you can. Out. Center, that's 3. Out. Center, keep breathing. That's 4. Last one. Out. Center, that's 5. Put your right foot down. Reset. Hips high. Soften. Lower. Come down to the bottom. We're going to do the other side. Tuck, rise, pause, stability. So you're squeezing the tush, your hips are nice and high. Lift your left leg now up towards the sky. Okay, so everything stays stable. Here we go. Take this left foot out to the left. Center. 1. Breath in. Breath out, center. 2. Breathe in, breathe out. See if you can keep everything stable. That's 3. Center. 4. Last one. Out. Center. That's 5. Put that left foot down. Notice how much you sunk like I did. Soften, lower, come all the way down to the bottom. Let your knees go from the right to the left. And what did you notice about your two sides?
My left
The two
side.
sides are weak.
Go ahead, Lily.
My left side found that a lot easier. Like I found it a whole lot easier to lift and use the left leg rather than lift and use the right leg. Like even that, like I can't even bring my right leg halfway as far as I can the left.
Mm-hmm.
So the left leg, and I noticed a small pinching pain in the right sciatica section. I mean, that could just be, I know that my hip is a little high on that side. That's why I do so many back exercises, is to bring it down. So I don't know if that's why, but I noticed that.
Probably need a little bit more strength in that. So if it was does the left foot on the ground or the left foot in the air that you found easier?
Huh?
So which side did you find easier?
The left, having the left foot up was easier.
Right. Okay, so that makes sense. If you're right-handed, most of us have that same sensation. The right leg on the ground and the left leg in the air will be easier for most people who are right-handed. Part of that's because you're right-handed, you're right-legged. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
So your right side knows how to stabilize your hips easier than your left side does, which makes sense. You felt that in your hip, like here in the back, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you felt that in the back, part of that's because that side isn't as stabilized as the other side. So what Pilates is really good for is teaching both sides how to stabilize you evenly. So the way to do that is exercises like this with a lot of mindfulness. So I'm going to get specific with you. Both of you, go ahead and put your feet flat. We're going to do this last one, I promise, and then we'll do another one that's seated. Press both feet down, lift your hips, and pause. So right now we're going to work on mindfulness in your body. Keep squeezing your rear end and take both of your hands to what's called your ASIS. This is the part of your hip that sticks out. So put both of your hands on the part of your hip that sticks out. So right now, this is the table. You're going to spill. Don't move anything with your right side. So your right side, keep squeezing that cheek. Just drop the left. And now squeeze the left. And now just drop the right. So nothing changed about the left. Squeeze the right and do it again. Drop the left. Squeeze the left. Drop the right. Squeeze the right. Drop the left. So what I'm not asking you to do is this. I'm not asking you to tilt. What I'm asking you to do is just drop the muscles on the left, squeeze the left, drop the muscles on the right, squeeze the right. And I want you to notice, keep going. So you're gonna do this from my count of fake 10. But right now, I just want you to notice what that feels like as you drop just that single muscle. Squeeze, let go. Squeeze, let go. Right? Squeeze, let go. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center. Soften and lower. Come down one vertebrae at a time. You're going to hug both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. Rock a little to the right. Rock a little to the left. And then rock yourself to sit.
And I promise I'll give 2 more minutes and I'm done.
Okay.
So, Tammy, how did that feel for you?
It feels good, but I had to stop in between because my back would start to feel kind of achy, and I know I've had back trouble, so I take it slow.
Good, as you should. This, the mindfulness piece is actually really important for you, especially in things like this. So I think that's really good that you like, okay, good. I'm feeling a little achy. I saw you bring your knees in towards your chest. Perfect. Yeah, so really good. Really, really good. So here's the last one I want to give you guys before we go. I want you to have this feeling of real stability. You're going to bring both of your feet in front of you. And I want you to imagine as we sit here with your knees slightly bent, that already you're giving yourself this girdle. You're wearing the armor right around your center. So Tammy, I want you to hold onto the back of your knees, make your spine as long as you can, and you're going to sit back like you're driving a race car, but you're going to use support from the back of your legs. This is level 1. Level 2, you're going to lift both of your feet off of the ground and do the same thing. So you're holding on the backs of your legs and you're just pausing. Level 3, you're going to let go. And the bigger you make this, the harder it becomes. So I'm going to stay at level 2, but everyone think about making your back really flat. I want you to imagine as you take a breath in and you take a breath out, your spine is getting longer and longer every time you take a breath out. So we're going to hold. You're taking breaths in, you're taking breaths out, getting even longer, you're getting even more solid right in the center. Last count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, just let your knees drop open and lean forward. Now this is what makes Pilates so fun. We're going to take that same thing and move through the shape, and you'll see what I mean. Okay, so I just moved so I don't hit my bed. So as long as you have some space around you, that's what this looks like. So this one's going to look like this. So we're kind of balancing on our butt, and you both did this. So if you need to take this down a notch, you're not going to roll. You're just going to hold the shape and just see if you can take your feet off the ground. Otherwise, we're holding on the backs of our legs, and you're going to hold this shape. You're going to take a breath in, and as you take a breath out, you're going to see if you can balance on your butt without putting your feet on the ground. Yeah, good. Do it again. So take a breath in, take a breath out, and then see if you can balance without putting your feet. I saw that. Yeah.
I recovered just fine.
I know, it was good. It was good. Okay, so do it again. Take a breath in, take a breath out, and pause. So now we're going to take it up a notch. Take both of your hands to your ankles. This is now not momentum. To do this, you have to press your arms into your legs into your arms. So you're going to take a breath in and a breath out. See if you can hold the shape. Do it again. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let's see it. Come on, Tammy. There it is. Good. Do it again. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Balance. All right. Last step, and then I'm done. I promise. You ready? So we're the tightest ball we can be. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And now make it a big ball. And then do it again. Roll back, roll forward, and then just make it the biggest ball you can. So my level 1 folks, you might just let go a little bit. Level 10, if you want to make it huge, you can. You got 2 more just like that. Take a breath in, take a breath out. I call this one a cannonball. Take a breath in, breath out. Put your feet down, drop your knees open, lean forward, and pause. Key here is learning to control the girdle and then having your body move around this space. That is the whole purpose of Pilates. Teaching your body that this is where all movement comes from. So training this is as simple as sitting down in your chair and imagining making yourself as long as you can. That same muscle you use to cough or sneeze, that muscle is the same one you want to train to control so that you don't ever feel pain in your back. With that, I'm going to give you back to Lily. Thank you guys so much.
Yay! Just finished a wonderful Pilates with Angela Hubbs, and it was fantastic. It was a great basics, a great challenge. I so look forward to doing Pilates more and more now because of Angela. So like I did say in one of my live videos that I did earlier today, I feel very, very strongly from the Lord that I need to take an isolation. So I have canceled our final success stories call this Friday, and instead we're going to do it right now. So I look forward to hearing all the success stories, to hearing what everybody has got to say, what everybody wants to say. I want to answer all of your questions and get everything out there so that we're not left kind of holding the bag, kind of wondering what's going on. But it's just, you know, this is the Shape Up for Summer, and it is supposed to be for the month of May. And the month of May actually technically ends on Wednesday. So when the Lord put it on my heart to take an isolation, I really feel compelled to honor that. So a part of the Live It phase is to honor when you rest. And that's what I'm going to be doing for 3 days. I'm just going to be resting. It's going to be me, God, and some kitties. And I am just going to rest from everything, all the stress, all of the work, just everything that goes into day-to-day life. Even running errands and cooking and cleaning, I'm going to take 72 hours to just be in the presence of the Lord. And that's part of the Live It phase, is I really want you guys to take that time and that opportunity to rest. The Bible says that we should have 1 day of rest every week. And how often do we decide that that day of rest will be spent cooking, cleaning, meal prepping, running errands, doing all manner of things because we think we have to get this done because we have work 5 days a week. And we only have these 2 days out of the week to run our errands and have our fun. So we're not resting. We're out running around. So I'm really going to honor the fact that I don't want to run around. I need to rest. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's why I decided that this call should be our final call. Now, we have had an amazing, amazing journey together. We have had phase 1, which was a week-long vegetable detox, which many of you did talk about how it was really hard to get 3 cups of vegetables in you. And I really want you to remember that for the rest of your life. If there's nothing else you remember from this program, I want you to remember that 3 cups of vegetables is very, very filling. So you can have a healthy diet and you can get in your 10 servings of vegetables every day by just having 3 cups of vegetables at each meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's the first thing we did, was we did a natural detox. The Shred 10 was phase 2, where we added in our Juice Plus, we added in our protein shakes, and you add it in by flooding your body with nutrition now. So during the Shred 10, we flooded our body with all the micronutrition that our body needed. That's when you really should have started seeing some major results with this program. Phase 3 is what we're doing right now. It's what we're talking about right now, the Live It phase. It was so beautiful that my birthday fell dead smack in the middle of the Live It phase. So with my birthday in hand and my birthday being a part of this, it was a great opportunity for me to show you guys that you can enjoy your birthday cake. Today is Memorial Day. A lot of you are probably at some barbecues, which is great. That is the point. I want you to be eating your 2 cups of vegetables with breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and having your 3 fruit snacks for your different snacks throughout the day, so that when Memorial Day comes, you can enjoy your fries, you can enjoy your barbecue, you can enjoy that celebration. We got 4th of July right around the corner. Who doesn't enjoy a day at the beach with some great barbecue? So I want you guys to enjoy those celebrations and those days. That's why I chose the Live It phase to be this way. Because frankly, if you're doing right continually and you're always in that state, you don't have to worry about, oh, I'm on diet. I can't be a part of this because I'm on diet. And it doesn't really work out that way. I want you to enjoy your food. Truly, I want you to enjoy your food. So as I was saying before, I plan on doing this program 3 times a year: January, May, and October. Shape up for the new year, shape up for summer, shape up for the holidays. These are the 3 major times of the year when people really start taking a look at their waistline. They really start taking a look at their health. And that's not a bad thing. I want to be a part of your journey continually. So I want to be a part of your journey. I want our health journey is going to be something that we have to keep up throughout our lives. We are always growing. We are always changing. A fun fact I just learned is that we are a brand new us every year. Our cells are always regenerating and our cells are always making themselves new. So you will actually build a brand new you by next May. So I want you to be a part of that journey, and I want to be a part of your journey. I want to be that continual support so that you can know what to do. Now, this is my very, very first Shape Up program. I intend to continue to learn about nutrition. I intend to have more guest speakers and have more people on and have more of a information-rich program. I want to constantly improve this program. So I want you to be there so that you can have the benefit. Now, something I don't want to do is have to charge you $67 every time. You know, and because this has been such a successful program, I'm looking forward to very soon upping the price to $97. But that's 3 times a year. And then as the community grows and as the information gets better and as the curriculum becomes more effective, I'm probably going to up it to $197. So we're looking at almost $600 a year for you to be a part of this continually. So something I want to do for everybody who was a part of the program, my very first program, you guys did me the favor of being a part of this, is I want to offer you a Shape Up for Life subscription for life. One time, $100 flat. There's no catch, there's no gimmicks, there's no it's $100 a month fine print or it's $100 every per. No, I'm not doing that. $100 straight up and you're in. I'm going to keep the same Facebook group. It'll be a private group that you'll be a part of. You'll be a part of the email subscription so that you'll get the notifications when I'm doing the detox. You'll get the notifications when I'm going to do the next Shape Up program. It also means that you're going to be a part of all the amazing coaching that we've been having, not just my coaching, but Tammy's coaching for your mind, Angela's coaching for your body. So you will be getting such a wealth of knowledge, and any other people who come into my journey to come alongside you in the future, you'll be there. So you're going to get a wealth of knowledge. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that this has been a wonderful addition to your health journey. And I want it to continue. And I want you to be encouraged that you can do this. You can lose that weight. You can make those joints stop hurting. You can sleep better. It is possible. If you're interested, hit me up. You'll have my number. You can message me in the Facebook group. You can call. You can text. Like I said, I'm going to go on isolation Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because I'm going to honor the fact that I need some rest. And that's part of living it, is honor your body. Honor when you need that rest. So other than those 3 days, let me know. I will happily connect with you and we will get you connected into this amazing community. With that said, I want to open the floor to those of you who are here live with us. Now, if you are watching this as a recording, I still want to hear your success stories. I still want to see those before and after pictures. I want to see what you have accomplished during these 30 days with me. So please, please comment in the comment box, post your before and after pictures. Let me know how you're feeling. Let me know what you're thinking. And like I said, this is my very first time. I take criticism well. Let me know what you think can be improved. Let me know what you loved so I know not to change it. I want to know and I need to know. Please tell me what you loved. Tell me what can be improved. I'm going to open the floor now for success stories. Me personally, I'll go last. Angela, Tammy, it's all you guys.
You first, Tammy.
Well, I don't have any questions. I do want to say this this session was cool. I've never done Pilates before, so that was my first. And I would have to say it kicked my butt. Which is funny because I could tell that was baby Pilates. But yeah, I definitely need to
that was my first little baby course. But I really want to say thank you so much, Lily. You've really done great. And I've learned a lot. Every time I learn a lot. I ask you different questions and I learn new things, and I think about it during the week, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that. And I can't believe I didn't know that. And I can't believe that's not taught. And so I really feel like my mind is opening up to a different level of awareness. And, I thought I had an awareness. I teach my clients about, making sure they eat certain times of the day, making sure they get the proper amounts of things, but I've never really taken it in such detail. Same thing, being a massage therapist. I'm always talking to my clients about their muscles and the things that are going on in their body but I mean, taking it and connecting it more toward the food aspect and just so many different things. I can't think of it now, but just so many things. So anyways, I really appreciate it. But yeah, no, I can't think of any questions at this time. But
Well, tell me about your successes. Where did you start, and how did you feel when you started, and where are you now that we're at the end? Because this, like I said, I'm going to go on isolation for 3 days. So this is our final success stories. Woohoo, we made it. I want to hear, because I know you've lost weight, and I know you're slimming down. So yeah. I want to hear your success.
Okay, so I did lose, and like I told you before, it seems like I'm teetering between the 114, 116, just because after I eat, then I weigh a little bit more. So I'm giving myself that leeway. And I have been focusing on working out more. I've been working out probably a couple times a week, where before I was working out nothing. So I'd maybe say I'm working about 3 times a week if I were to give it a number. And this weekend, I specifically worked out in the pool, and I specifically did some stuff for lifting my high knee, which was something I want to start working on. And you shared with me some information about kind of like detoxing around my waist, which I did not do, but it's still in my mind to do it. So that's coming up maybe this next week. What I really like is my perception of my eating has changed. So I just ate whatever, and I didn't really pay attention to it. The other thing I'm paying attention to is more of activating my core, which I was learning that in yoga class. But I was with a friend, and I've only taken it a few times. But I'm thinking about it more and more and more as you're talking about it too. So I'm just being a lot more mindful and intentional. And the bead you have is something that we both learned together, and you continued it in your class, and I really like that idea. Being a certain way and then doing things in that being way to have the results. Like I really like all of that. And continuing this program has reinforced that around an area of life I didn't have. And so I had to go through my first week of really not doing very well in my own grading or scoring. But if I were to compare it to what I had been doing before, it's really great, because before I was doing nothing, and compared to what I was doing now, I was doing at least half better than that. So that's like I just increased almost like 100% than what I was doing before. So if I back off comparing it to wanting to be perfect, I was actually doing really well, and each week kept getting better because I gave myself permission to look at where my improvement was instead of looking at where I wasn't.
Well, and I really want to applaud you, Tammy, because you have been on every call. You have been posting your before and after pictures. You posted when you went down in size and when you went down on the scale, and you have been so active with every little thing, and that's what I love. I absolutely I applaud you and I acknowledge you, because you took this very seriously, and you see the changes that you can make. And that's what I love, is that you can see those changes, and it's only been 30 days. Imagine what we can accomplish in a year.
Yeah. I will be the me I want to be.
Very good.
Yeah, and in practice, in habit and in practice. It'll be automatic.
That's exactly where I want it to be, is when it's automatic. It doesn't, eating right, exercise, loving your body, it shouldn't be a chore, and it shouldn't be difficult. It should be natural. It should be easy. And that's really what I want for everybody, is I want it to be natural. I want it to be easy. I want it so that everybody can enjoy their life and they can enjoy their food. So it's really what I want. And I love that you're seeing it, that it can be done. And if it's done the right way, if it's done in the baby steps, as compared to the trying so hard to make yourself some way, but instead just being, that you can have the life and the body that you want.
Yeah, I agree.
Anybody else? Angela, you have been the amazing addition to our activity level, which I just adore. I would love to hear your feedback on everything, on what you've seen with the participants, what you've seen in the calls, what you've seen in the program. I mean, I look up to you, and I love that you came on as our guest speaker to take care of the physical aspect of movement. So I'd love to hear from you.
Well, first off, I think you're amazing. I love that your stand for all of us growing, not just like through eating, but just really taking on our lives. This is why you and I, we agree what our stands are totally aligned, that we're about having people not just be healthy in their body, but live a life they're excited about. Mm-hmm. Be in love with the body that they're in and the skin that they're in. And so watching your consistency and really having specific tools for us to use, like the zucchini noodles and, you know, all of the little recipes that you have that change our paradigm around what food has to look like. I think it's been really, really eye-opening, not just for a fitness individual, but for Angela, the person who can't cook. So I really appreciated, you know, your stand on that. I also am just honored to be part of the community and that you allowed me to be part of their journey. And so thank you so much for giving me that opportunity to give what I have, which is physicality, to everybody. I'm just impressed that, you know, people were willing to stand up for themselves in this way. So it's just been really beautiful to watch.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Angela.
Yay, lovely said.
Well, was there anything else? I mean, any questions that anybody has, you guys can definitely post it in the forum, and we can, and you know, keep in mind that if you haven't watched any of the previous recordings, Tammy did 2 amazing coaching sessions about our minds and how our minds affect how we eat, how we exercise, how we train our bodies. So go back and watch those. And if you have any questions for Tammy, please post it. This is our second video with Angela. Angela did an amazing speech about what exercise should look like. And then we got to see what Pilates looks like, because that is what you guys wanted, was to learn some Pilates from Angela. So please, please, please watch those. And if you have any questions for Angela, post it. If you have any questions for me, by all means, I will be checking in as soon as my isolation is over. And I look forward to it. I look forward to seeing how everybody's health journey continues. And I'm so honored that you guys came alongside me for my very first program. I'm honored, and it's been an amazing experience. Thank you guys so much. I look forward to being in touch with you soon.